Hello, everybody.
Hello.
This is going to be a rather casual episode of Dinner Plus Drinks.
Because it's a holiday weekend.
It's a holiday weekend. Happy Labor Day. Happy, you work a lot. Have a long weekend.
How is it September already?
Happy all of those things. So we actually have a bunch of things we just want to talk about.
Yeah.
And they all
hard-hitting headlines.
go to what we talk about on the thing usually. So we're going to have kind of a free-flowing discussion of how's your life. We've purposely not talked to each other this entire week.
Yes, silence. Radio silence.
So that we have all of the things and all the stuff. Do our normal little break. And then we're going to end with some discussion of a really exciting, fun weekend activity.
Yeah.
And some Kid Corner stuff.
Because we can't leave you without Kid Corner.
It's going to be really great. And what we're drinking today, we're just going to start with that.
Yeah.
Is bubbly. Well, actually, I'm drinking Good and Gather.
I'm
leftover
still sticking
from,
with my fave.
If you didn't see our taste off with Mike Mason of Bubbly Waters, you're missing out.
You are.
But we are doing non-alcoholic drinks for this episode because shortly after this, what are we doing, Bridget?
More wine. So we are doing we're recording our first episode of Pinkies Up. So if you have not heard us chat about it, now is the time. So this will release as a special Dinner Plus Drinks on Wednesday. And here's a little teaser. I have to stick with water and water because there's a lot of wine involved.
A lot of wine involved. Pinkies Up is our series trying to take and answer questions normal people have about wine.
Normal people
are kind of scared to ask because they don't want to be dumb. Don't want to disappoint the Pinkies
I'm gonna
Up
be
crowd.
Dumb. It's a play on is wine pretentious? Pinkies Up, it's a fun little thing. No, wine does not have to be pretentious. We can have a lot of fun with it. So we will leave it to us.
So my first question goes out to you. You might be able to answer this, but also to someone who listens to the podcast a lot and is very close to you, and it's not Tyler.
Ooh, one of my siblings.
All right. So I have a new house, as you can see by...
We are in it.
And we got some sod for a lawn. And sod requires a lot of water. I consider myself a conservationist at heart. I like the great nature outdoors.
I like the great nature.
We were just in great nature. It was great.
Oh, yeah,
I love nature. Also, I want my lawn to be green because if it's green, snakes can't get in it as much.
That is garbage.
But I want Simona to be able to crawl around, and crunchy grass isn't as good as nice green grass. Mm-hmm. So I am watering the heck out of my lawn. Now, I know there are water shortages in a number of places in the world. Climate change, things like that. I just saw a stat that 60% of the world's water is stolen from some other country. I don't know about that.
Don't read everything. Don't believe everything you read on the internet, Nick.
Somebody who works at the Washington Nature Conservancy, could you please get back to me and let me know if I'm running from my own well on my own property and I water back into my own property, is that anti-nature?
Okay, so what we're talking about here is my sister Brittany, who was a guest on the show back in July when she was here for a month. She's an environmentalist, she and her husband, and they live in Washington. And right now it's dry season in Washington, which, doesn't happen very often.
A lot of Washington's a desert. You don't think of that. You just think of lovely, rainy Seattle.
Yes. So their lawn, they don't sprinkle it. So their lawn is brown right now, but that's just fine. They have a thriving garden. So Nick and I got in this discussion about the lawn, and Nick and I both have well water. And so this would be a really good question. I don't sprinkle my grass because I don't care.
I care.
But my grass is green somehow.
Maybe that's
I don't
why
know.
you have snakes in your grass.
I do not have snakes. Ugh, snakes are for a different day. So anyway, Brittany, send us a note. Let us know.
This is really bothering me, and I thought this would be the best way to communicate with you, Brittany. So
this is the only way.
Please let us know, and we will relay the answer. So other people that are listening that have this challenge of wanting to be good stewards of the environment, preserve water, but also like a nice green grass, you will know if it's good for the environment.
In case you were wondering. Okay, I think it's a valid question. So anyway, I'm not watering my lawn, but I think we talked about this last week on the podcast. We had a big week in my house.
Yeah, you had a huge week.
I know. Okay, Elliot went to school this week.
How did it go for Elliot?
This isn't even Kid Corner because I'm talking about Lucy in Kid Corner.
Who's
Surprise.
Lucy?
So I'm not I don't mean to say I'm not a very sentimental parent, but I'm not a crier,
You're not.
really. I'm not oh my gosh, my baby's growing up. I think it's great he's growing up, and it's wonderful to see the things he's learning.
As they say, it's better than the alternative.
Yeah, as they say. So, but
Dad
I
joke
had
early.
we're going to skip the dad jokes. I had a little bit of a little hard time, and we're living in a weird world. And of course, the great internet targeted me with all of the things. And there was an article from a mom website called Cafe Mom. And it was this kindergartner's first day of school. And he was doing it virtually. I assume they didn't have an option. And he was just like sobbing in front of his computer because he was already overwhelmed and felt behind. And I, of course, just like am reading the article crying because I was like, yeah, Elliot would definitely feel behind because he's not used to staring at a screen to learn his shapes, colors, alphabet, and sharing. So I'm really grateful that we had the opportunity to send him in person. It was a little weird, like all the kids just like marching off in their masks, but he's so excited. He doesn't care about the masks. The PTO donated little lanyards so the kids don't lose their masks. And that's what we care about these days. So anyway, really exciting. He started yesterday at the time of recording. So today is his second day. And he's already asking us to take the bus. He's like, I don't want you guys to pick me up. Like,
he's too cool for you guys
He does
already?
not care. He didn't even look back. Like there was one kid on the ground, like seizing in tears. He was so sad. And Elliot didn't even look back. So that's great. I would rather have it be that way. So big week for us.
My next thing I want to talk about, I was listening to a podcast by our host for our podcast. If you don't know the technical things behind podcasts, there has to be a website that stores the audio file and then shoots it out to all of your podcast listeners. And based on the statistics from them, which they don't have like Joe Rogan experience on their thing, that's going to be Spotify exclusive soon. We are much closer to the top 10% of podcasts in the world than the top 20%.
And we thought the top 20 was cool.
So we're very, very, very excited about that. We get about 900 people listening every month. We'd like to hit 1,000 soon. Thank you again to everybody that's subscribing, listening. It really is very cool.
It's super fun
that all of you guys are doing this with us. If you're new, please, again, subscribe. Everybody that's sharing, I hate we always have like a note of like, hey, could you review us? It just feels so...
Could you write us a note on the bottom?
But it does help. It's great to see.
It really does. I mean, when I'm picking podcasts, the reviews are important to me, just like if I'm online shopping. So we thought
that was really cool that we're moving up. More people are listening. We're getting a lot of new listeners, a lot of really dedicated listeners. Some of the stats we see are a little scary with like, we can tell repeat listeners versus new listeners, things like that. But it was really cool to see. Yeah. And we've had, we haven't talked about Gays and Craze yet, have we?
I know. Yeah. Oh my gosh. No. How could we miss that?
That'll be our next topic.
Okay.
We had, we kind of sat down on, what was it, Monday, and said, like, we need to have a positivity section.
Yeah, we were just, like, feeling a little drained, and we'll tell you why.
And so we had to have a positivity session, and that was some really awesome news that I figured I'd share with everybody. And thank you, because you were the guys that really, and gals.
The guys and ladies. You are the people.
You know, it's like y'all instead of you.
Yes, except we're in Wisconsin. There is no need for y'all. I don't understand this. I have friends that do this, too.
Y'all is very more specific that it's
so much harder to say you
all of you.
Couldn't you just say all
you
of
all
you?
Sounds like very you all.
Y'all?
Y'all are kind to us and we appreciate
y'all. Do you guys say y'all? Do you say y'all? If you're in Texas, that's fine. You on the east, west coast, or midwest, do any of you say y'all?
Use guys.
And if
use
you do,
guys.
Why? And where'd you pick it up?
It's more specific. I like specificity. I thought you would like the specificity of y'all.
We did discuss that y'all and use, which one is better. And I'm like, well, I think I would just use the full phrase.
It's like the 2020 election, you know, shit sandwich or shit sandwich with shit on top. Which one would you prefer?
Okay, guys. I gotta take my glasses off. Sorry, these headphones are jabbing into me.
That's not good.
Just gonna be blind for a while.
Gays and Grays, go.
Oof. Okay, so we talked about this last week. We had our first socially distant, responsible event. It would be last. Yeah, where's the sound effects, man? It would be last weekend. Now I don't even know what day it is anymore. So
here, do you want some applause?
Yes, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Good work, Bridget.
So it's never ending. Wow, that was really a great applause. Thank you.
Well, you did a great job.
Thank you. I think overall, super awesome. Like I'm always, as an event planning person, I'm always waiting for like the next shoe to drop, the thing, like the bad review, the person to come yell at us about something. And I'm really grateful that for the most part, we haven't had that. I don't even want to say it out loud.
It's been very positive. It's great. And I mean, I had a great time.
Yeah, I I had a nice time. It's hard when
Until
you're
the next
planning
morning
an event.
or the same morning.
Dude, what Nick and I think maybe it was Sunday. I don't even know. I'm not kidding. I went to bed at 6:30 p.m. on Sunday. I've done events for years, and we went to bed at 1 a.m. or so.
Yep, about that.
Ate dinner at 12:30 a.m. Dinner. I'm going to call it dinner.
I went to bed at 8 o'clock on Sunday night.
Yeah.
And I was like...
And still
I was actually going to text you and be like, oh, Bridget, I'm getting old, getting my butt kicked by this. But you were already asleep.
I was asleep.
Because I was like, she's going to laugh at me.
No. And I was like, should I admit this? Yeah, I mean, which is great. That's a sign of a great event. We worked our butts off. It was super windy. Like we got a beautiful day. Yeah, in the start of the event. So, the whole day in which I was setting up in a field, we couldn't do anything.
Nope,
so
nothing.
Like the hour before the event, we just had to get creative. And my sister came and helped. And then the team from Simple.
Shout out Shannon.
Were awesome. And they filled the water glasses.
And don't forget about Nolan.
And Nolan was here, Shannon's brand new baby, supervising.
Great to have him.
So we put rocks on, whatever. We did what we had to. It was great. The guests flowed with it. And I think everyone was just so excited to see human beings again, have an awesome meal. And it was we're not in a rush. We're sitting under the stars. There are no bugs. The bugs were bad for 15 minutes
maybe.
And then it got cold enough where it was fun and comfortable and there were no bugs. So it was just a dream. So, and it was beautiful.
My takeaway really was how much people can really suck, but also at the same time, this whole thing really reminded me of how much people value getting together and being with friends, having a meal, having some drinks. We had music, so just being able to laugh. And there were some people dancing.
Oh, I was so excited.
There was one couple that had maybe a 3-4 month old baby.
Yeah, they were champs.
And the baby was great. I was so proud of them for taking their kid and having this great evening.
And we told them that, and they were like, "Yeah, we're proud of us too."
It was so wonderful. I'm a huge mask proponent. Y'all know, but the way we distanced tables and you were with people you knew, seeing people without the masks on, able to just enjoy an evening outside of being normal. That was... It was so cool. So, and we had our wonderful friends Ron and Josie stayed and helped us clean up, and that's what's really fun. No one wants to clean up an event. Okay, you're exhausted and you're like, I haven't eaten a meal. Food is really good, I hear. Yeah, I had 2 bites of one half of one of the courses. It was great. But they stayed, and so we got to we took a little slower time cleaning up, but we got to hang out and really have a chat with them because we didn't sit down a ton. So, Ron and Josie, thank you. That was so fun. Big ups, guys. So, anyway, really a lovely event, but man, I have this recurring injury I was telling Nick about. I heard it in a race. Put it up so that people can see it on YouTube. I took a picture. I hurt my left ankle in a race a million years ago and never did anything about it. It wasn't a serious thing. That's a very man thing to do, Bridget. I'm not a big, we're not a doctor family. We don't run dirt on it. I broke my finger once. My dad made me spend the night until the next morning. He's like, it's fine. So, anyway, I did this thing, whatever. I thought it was fine, but every time I'm on my feet for extended amounts of time, it is swollen big time and hurts up to my knee. So I showed Nick, I think at the end of the night, and I'm like, you see what I'm talking about? You look at my ankle. So maybe we'll put a picture up. Maybe I was impressed. So anyway, yeah, I felt I don't think we should. No, it's gross. I'm not going to put a picture Super
up.
Gross.
And I slammed my finger in chairs. So you're we have bumps and bruises, but anyway. I have all these, I always get cuts all over my arms. And I'm like, how did that happen? We sound really old and crotchety right now, but we're just saying the event was great, but man, behind the scenes, it's always a whole different story. So anyway, lots of fun. So glad we did it. And we've got a lot of other super fun things coming up that we just kind of solidified today. So super excited. I better get my ankle fixed before then. All right, you got anything you want to talk about? Should we take a break? I have one more really important news headline. Boom, share it. Guys, remember, I can't even remember the name of the show now. Remember when Tiger King was a thing? Yes. Does that feel like 25 years Tiger ago? King? Isn't that the name of it? Yes. Okay, I forgot for a second. I'm sure you've heard by now that Carol Baskin is a new judge on Dancing with the Stars. No, she's a contestant, isn't she? Or a contestant. I'm sorry. I don't watch that show, honestly. Well, some people are stars and they dance, right. And some people are dancers and they judge. So there's a million, I should pull it up, but I wasn't prepared, a million hilarious memes going on around the internet about this, and it made me think holy shit. Tiger King feels like 4 years ago.
I know.
Remember when that was a thing?
I know.
Anyway, that was my really important news headline.
All right. Well, I have no dad jokes.
Oh, shoot.
So we're just going to go take a break and be right back with some product recommendations.
All right, we're back. I hope you enjoyed your little break. We're back.
We changed up the break music. I hope you like it.
Let us know. Just kidding. We don't care.
I mean, I can always find new break music if you really hate it.
All right, product recommendations. I like to theme my things usually, but this week, not a theme. It's just a book. So I am all in on audiobooks.
Audiobooks are great.
I love paper books, but like I don't have a ton of time to enjoy that. So anyway, I was flipping through my good old Instagram stories, and a book came across called The New You said it before, I can't
The
say
New
it.
Parisian.
Parisian, I don't know why I can't say that. And it's The Women and Ideas Shaping Paris. So this book is so cool. What?
Or The New Parisian, The Women and Ideas Shaping Paris.
Or that. But I'm in America, so excuse me, so it's just
Gonna
talking
have
about
quesadilla
y'all. Gonna my quesadilla.
here in America.
This book is perfectly fitting, I think, for this year, and especially this world we're living in. But it's all about the women of Paris and what they're doing to make it a better place. So businesses that they own, restaurants that they are chefs at. So you can pick it up if you want. If it's important to you to go to women-owned businesses, you can pick up the book if you're in Paris or if you're taking a vacation ever again in your life. And you can read through it. I think it would be so cool if every city had this, or every state, or however we want to do it. But
Lake Geneva Country Meats, a female-owned business.
there you go. See, we could be in the book
We could.
if there was one in Wisconsin.
We're gonna have a feature written about my mom in a magazine coming up. soon.
Yeah, we are. So Lake and Country, check it out. So anyway, that's my product recommendation. There's a million books I could talk about. This one just felt really fitting, and I thought was a really cool way to, I don't know, urge anyone that might be an author or wants to take on writing a book to do this in their city, because I think it's
Nice.
really cool.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
My product recommendation is badminton net. That also
Badminton?
could be volleyball net.
Yes, but too small.
So I bought one that has a volleyball and badminton stuff, shuttlecocks, rackets.
Ooh.
And we're going to set it up this weekend for a little demonstration of how great Bridget is at volleyball.
Once upon a time, guys.
So that's my recommendation.
Oh,
Badminton
fun.
is like the best sport to have in your backyard with people.
What about bocce ball?
I'm not into bocce.
I wonder if I can find a bocce ball set.
Bring some bocce.
I'm gonna look. Okay.
There's
Really
beautiful
cool.
courts in Lake Geneva by St. Francis. The City Department of Public Works donated them.
Bocce ball?
Yeah.
How do I have no idea? I feel like I've heard about this. I've
Yeah.
literally never. Where are they?
The water tower by St. Francis de Sales.
I can't even envision that. Okay.
So anyway, that's my product recommendation. It's a set on Amazon. We'll put the link in the show notes.
Awesome.
And you get a net that's not like the greatest net, but it's a pretty decent net. I was happy
It's a
with
net.
it. I thought it was better than I thought it was going to be. Some shuttlecocks, some rackets, and a volleyball. And you can
Nice.
go to town and play.
All right.
That's
I can't
my
wait.
do that. Get
Do-
that for your backyard.
Be outdoors.
All right,
We
we'll
are
be
outdoors.
right back with Labor Day talk and Kid Corner.
Okay, we're back. I feel the need to like sing. I can't actually sing, so I just like to sing like 2 words at a time because that's about enough, right? You don't need to hear any more.
I could do 3 or 4.
Okay, well, next week then. So Labor Day.
Labor Day, I love Labor Day
I was like, I
because
feel
it's
like you're
just this
excited.
like very great end of summer, chill out, relax vibe. Oftentimes Sarah and I would go do a big lake walk on Labor Day. Now we're old and less ambitious.
You're a kid.
So instead, we're doing a big cookout. And if you subscribe to emails from Lake Geneva Country Meats, I sent out
Yeah.
an entire kind of step-by-step way that you can do a huge barbecue cookout. I included recipes for how you can do inside or outside if you don't have a smoker.
Yeah, that was good. That was a nice tip.
Because I know not the overwhelming majority of people don't have a smoker, right?
We don't have one.
But it's also like you can do smoking stuff on a grill, or you can do stuff in a slow cooker. So I am so excited for Labor Day. We're doing a little outdoor gathering. Bridget's going to be there.
I will, yeah.
I think Tyler's going to be there.
Yeah, and both kids.
Elliot, I hear Lucy. It's going to be a great time.
Elliott's going to play volleyball or badminton, maybe. We'll see.
I'm just looking forward to seeing you play volleyball and tell Elliot, "You're doing it wrong! What are you doing?"
I'm not competitive with volleyball. Okay.
Maybe your dad shows up suddenly and is like, "Wait, I heard there was volleyball."
Wait, I'm going to play against my daughters. For those of you that don't know, we grew up playing volleyball like since we could walk. Like slept with volleyballs in our bed, went to nationals for volleyball with our club team. Volleyball was a big part of our life. Not anymore because we're old. And Lake Geneva does not have any great volleyball leagues. Get on it.
So we are going to do crazy cooking for Labor Day. I find it very relaxing. My job, your job. There's a lot of times we do things that we're going to do 2 hours worth of work that we're not going to see any payback for until next year.
Yeah.
And I'm not even going to necessarily say that I can say, hey, this 2 hours of work I did on September 2nd.
Yes.
You know,
I agree. Which is really hard.
It's very hard. And it sometimes feels like you're accomplishing nothing. And like, even though you know, it's like, okay. And we're very checklist oriented to do type of people.
Sure
so,
are. Note takers.
So cooking, I just love it because it's I do these things in this order, and then I can
That's funny.
taste what I make, and I can see other people enjoy it. I get very tangible results
That's a great way to
for what I do.
Okay.
And so it's just very relaxing to me. Even though it is stressful, like doing a meal like this, occasionally you're like, okay, I gotta get, like, getting stuff out. But I love it. So I'm very excited. That's what I'm excited to be eating this week.
I'm making the same one salad I've made all summer.
So I'm very excited.
That's what I'm contributing. And like maybe some chips. Nick's got like this feast figured out. But Tyler and I did talk about last night like what we would bring and how we're doing it. And Sarah and I, Nick's wife, we already discussed the beverages. So good things are all covered. Snacks and beverages and whatever Nick's making, which is all the other food. But yeah, it's hopefully a couple other people. You know, there's a small group of us that we've all seen outside of work. And Nick's got 5 acres that we can run around on, and
we'll draw the circles. We'll all fit.
We just want the rain to go away. So yeah, I usually on Labor Day we go to the fair. So yeah, we're pretty sad about that. Oh my god. I love these sound effects.
So sad.
Yeah, we're pretty sad about the fair. There is truck and tractor pull.
Sunday, big time fairgrounds. See the truck and tractor pulls. Vroom, vroom,
I keep telling people that we have tickets to it, not like explaining, hey, this is usually a part of the fair, and we go, and they're like, oh, you're going to a truck and tractor pull? I'm like,
what's next? WWE WrestleMania?
Yeah. So I forget that, people outside of my little bubble of Elkhorn don't understand. Anyway, so that's Sunday, but it looks like it's going to rain, so we'll just get wet. Maybe it'll be muddy. It'll be interesting. But also, I have, food events, I feel like, a lot this weekend. Is that just, what people do, I guess?
Yeah.
Our neighbors, one of our neighbors just turned 50, and they're doing a shrimp boil.
Oh, wow.
So, again, our neighbors, we live on a dead end. We've all been seeing each other outside of homes. We're going to stop by and have a little shrimp boil on Saturday night. Which
That's
is
exciting.
Crazy. Saturday afternoon. Who am I kidding? But their children are, in high school. Ours are a bit different. So we'll swing by, have a couple bites, and put our kids to bed a couple hours later. And I'm sure they'll still continue and have fun. So, yeah, there's a lot of food happening. That's really all I'm doing is eating all weekend.
You put the meal plan together this week.
Yeah.
It's a weird time of the year because kids are back in school, have been back in school. It's kind of like
or maybe they're at home.
Maybe they're at home. It's kind of summer, but it's 40 degrees at night. This is a hard time of the year to meal plan for.
Well, we're here for you. Yeah, so we're switching up the meal plan a little bit. This week we have indoor-outdoor options.
Ooh, I like that.
So much like what Nick did for the Labor Day feast. We called it the meat feast, by the way.
Yes.
I called it the meat feast.
I
on social media.
Bridget, can you put this into a blog post?
And I did.
And so I didn't really, I just, trusted you and get it done. And you did. And so I was scrolling through my news feed on Facebook and I saw meat feast. I'm like, Yes.
I used to check these things with Nick, but now I know.
No, you just do it.
Just push the boundary.
This was great.
Wasn't it funny?
You
guys really made his day here. So
it's good.
Anyway, Meat Feast is for Labor Day. Meal plan. So every day has an indoor-outdoor option. So if you're like feeling it and it's not raining and it's beautiful and you want to get out and grill every day, we've got options for you. Nick's gonna sing, and then so it's the same protein each day, and one indoor, one outdoor. So like a sheet pan recipe and a grilling recipe. So fun options.
I know a lot of people in Wisconsin have a ton of bravado about, I grill year round. What do you mean it's the end of...
Yeah.
You're lying.
Are they? I'm curious.
I guarantee you, you're lying because I saw your pictures on your Instagram and it wasn't a grilled food. It was a sheet pan food. So like, dude, it's okay. Men can use ovens too.
Dude in shorts in January.
I am
Put on
dude
pants.
in shorts in January.
Oh, God. Anyway,
right.
So yeah, meal plan, kind of exciting this week.
Check it out. We'll put a link up to it. Let us know if you like having a couple different ideas of things to cook. We're here to share with you. We love occasions that center around
We
food.
love you. I felt like I added the Carol Baskin headline because I was like, listen, this podcast is about what I would talk about over dinner, and I would talk about that.
I would be like, are they sure they have enough insurance on the judges? Because she gets people killed.
You guys, I just can't believe what we've come to here in 2020.
I'm tired.
Here we are, so thanks for hanging with us.
All right, it's time for
Kid
Corner!
I almost forgot about Kid Corner.
I'm going to go first because my story is, I don't know, not as good as yours.
I don't know.
Simona is doing a really good job with the crawling up stuff.
Oh.
And you've scared me.
Ooh.
Where I think I need to start anchoring stuff to walls.
Oh, yeah.
Because now I'm like, oh my God. Mm-hmm. This
kids can die like this.
super smart daughter of mine is going to be like, I just need to get a little taller, and then boom, everything falls down on her. She hasn't managed to do it yet. She tried. I am convinced she definitely knows what she's doing.
Yeah, man, babies are smarter
because she's looking at me like, you're gonna have to come pick me up, and then we're gonna go outside.
Yeah, so, anchor that shit to the wall.
That's my story. I'm now all like, I gotta go anchor stuff.
I know. Actually, my angel baby Elliot never had to do any of that. Like, we didn't anchor anything. Sorry, sue me. But Lucy, my God, everything. I mean,
Lucy is not what you would call a delicate flower.
Oh my God, she got her first bloody nose yesterday, and was gushing, and I thought it was her mouth because it all bled into her mouth. Yeah. Anyway, she's rough and tumble, that one.
What did she do?
She's like,
did Simone punch her?
I mean, no, we had picked Elliot up from school, and it was beautiful out, and my mom was downtown, so we just Shannon, whatever, we were all there, we were walking, and I wasn't out there, but she something between pavement and grass got challenging, and she fell, but she didn't hit her head. It was like whiplash gave her a bloody nose.
Oh.
I don't know, whatever. It wasn't her teeth, it was just a nose. She screamed for a while. She's good now. Elliot was very adorable. He was very adorable. Oh, can I have 2 kid corners?
Sure.
Okay, I have to, I'm sorry. And this is going to get personal, everybody. Okay,
Is it about hoo-ha's?
It's close. Close. So, Elliot was 3 when Lucy was born, and I breastfed my children, and so...
Good for you.
Thank you. For a while.
Also, if you don't breastfeed your children, good for you.
Fed is best.
That is the best. We had some struggles with the nurses at the hospital where we delivered Simona, who didn't necessarily believe in that. So I'm very big on the...
Fed is best.
Who
do what you can.
Cares if...
You got to worry about your mental health too, everybody. So, okay, so we were pretty open with Elliot, explaining breastfeeding because I would do it in front of him, and I'd have to say, this is what's happening because he's very curious. So, fast forward, no longer breastfeeding, stopped a while ago, but Shannon, my sister, is with her 1-month-old baby. So we were all together, and Nolan, her 1-month-old, got hungry, and I was holding him, and Shannon was doing something, and, Elliot was like, Nolan's hungry. Mom, he pokes my boob. Mom, do you still have food in there for him? I was like, no, honey. That doesn't. But Shasha does? I'm like, yep. Shasha does. Anyway, sorry, thought of that one on a whim. But what I planned to tell you about was apparently, if you don't know in my household, there is a hot debate about puppies.
Oh, I know where this is
I
going.
do not want a dog. I can barely handle my 2 kids and keeping a home. Period. I'm not even going to say keeping a home clean because it's not. So
keeping it from burning down.
Keeping it from burning down. Keeping dressers from falling on my children. So my husband, like, I'll put up checklists or like a dry erase board and write to-dos on it. And Tyler always sneaks in puppy, like on a grocery list.
Good work, Tyler.
Puppy. So currently on our fridge we have like a whiteboard of things, and on the bottom of it is puppy vote. Yes, Lucy, Elliot, Dad. No, Mom. So
well,
then
you have 4 votes. Yeah.
So there's a clear winner. So apparently,
clear winner.
Lucy, I'm told, apparently Lucy doesn't say like a ton of words yet. She's 14 months or so, but she apparently is saying puppy. I don't believe it because I haven't heard it, but daycare is saying. Have you seriously? Or are you lying?
She says puppy.
So I haven't heard it yet, and I'll see it when I believe it. But apparently Lucy is saying puppy, and this is big news.
Or will you believe it when you see it?
I will believe it when I hear it. Anyway, we're not getting a puppy. Elliot's asking. Elliot, like, pouted his way through the grocery store the other day because we couldn't get a puppy. You know.
I would love to get a puppy. We have 5 acres of land.
Oh my God.
Sarah's not a big dog person. I don't think we're going to get a puppy. I'm very sad.
So much work. It's like another child. It's harder than another child, I think.
It's a child that, like, gives you sloppy licked kisses. Oh, wait, it's just like a child.
It's just like a child. It barfs on you, you clean up after it. Sounds just like another infant that you have to train.
Simona has been getting better on the spitting up. That I will say.
Good.
She's doing good work
it
with
stops
that.
At some point.
Yeah. We had a bad spell of every bottle. I was like, what are you doing?
Well, it's worse than when they start eating real food.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's our kid corner. I'm sorry I told you 27 things, but thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Remember, we're going to go record a new special episode releasing Wednesday. What's Wednesday?
Who
September
knows?
9th?
I don't even know.
Something like that.
Excuse me, let me look it up on my calendar. It is September 9th.
Yep, Wednesday, September 9th. Gonna drop in this exact place that you're getting this.
But there'll be an outfit change.
It's going to be great. We're very excited. And see if Bridget can tell the difference between a $15 and $50 wine.
Don't judge me, but there's some fun things coming up on Pinky's Up. So don't miss the first episode. You'll learn a little bit about what Pinky's Up is, and you'll learn if you have to splurge on the expensive bottle or not.
Have a lovely Labor Day weekend. Thank you guys for your support. We appreciate it. It's so cool to have a community with you guys, even if we don't get to hug you.
It's like having a socially distant dinner.
Thanks, guys. Fist bump you, all of the things. You guys are great. Find us on all the places. Give us a rating, give us a review, and share with your friends.
Thank you for listening. We hope you have a safe and happy Labor Day like we hope to as well.
Cheers, guys. Bye.